Chronic fear can have significant negative impacts on various aspects of health. Here are some areas that may be adversely affected. Cardiovascular health. Chronic fear acts as a silent assailant on cardiovascular health, instigating a cascade of physiological responses that can lead to severe complications. The perpetual activation of the body's stress response system, driven by persistent fear, elevates levels of cortisol and adrenaline. This heightened state of alertness contributes to increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and constricted blood vessels. Over time, these factors contribute to the development of cardiovascular issues such as hypertension, atherosclerosis, and an augmented risk of heart attacks or strokes. Additionally, chronic fear can foster unhealthy lifestyle choices, including poor dietary habits and sedentary behavior, further exacerbating cardiovascular risks. Immune system. Chronic fear becomes a relentless adversary to the immune system, undermining its resilience and compromising the body's ability to defend against pathogens. The persistent activation of the stress response, fueled by chronic fear, leads to an overproduction of stress hormones like cortisol. Elevated cortisol levels dampen immune function, suppressing the activity of immune cells and impairing their ability to combat infections. This weakened immune response renders individuals more susceptible to illnesses, increasing the risk of infections and delaying recovery. Moreover, chronic fear may exacerbate inflammatory processes, contributing to chronic inflammatory conditions. Mental health. Chronic fear insidiously infiltrates the fabric of mental well-being, casting a shadow over emotional equilibrium. Prolonged exposure to fear triggers a perpetual state of hypervigilance, fostering anxiety disorders, depression, and exacerbating existing mental health challenges. The relentless barrage of negative thoughts, fueled by fear, distorts perceptions, eroding self-esteem, and inducing feelings of helplessness. Persistent fear often intertwines with trauma, giving rise to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Sleep disturbances, heightened irritability, and an inability to concentrate are common manifestations of the mental toll exacted by chronic fear. Digestive system. Chronic fear weaves a complex narrative of distress within the digestive system, creating a tumultuous relationship between emotions and gastrointestinal health. The perpetual activation of the body's stress response, prompted by persistent fear, contributes to a range of digestive issues. The heightened stress hormones, particularly cortisol, can lead to increased stomach acid production, potentially causing conditions like acid reflux and gastritis. Moreover, chronic fear can disrupt the normal functioning of the digestive tract, contributing to irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, bloating, and abdominal discomfort. The intricate network between the brain and gut, often referred to as the gut-brain axis, underscores how emotional states impact digestive health. Sleep patterns. Chronic fear casts a pervasive shadow over the realm of sleep, disrupting the delicate balance needed for restorative rest. The hyperarousal induced by persistent fear triggers a cascade of stress hormones, notably cortisol, which interferes with the natural circadian rhythm. Insomnia becomes a common companion to chronic fear as the mind remains on high alert, making it difficult to transition into restful sleep. Nightmares and vivid dreams may infiltrate the sleep cycle, reflecting the anxieties woven into waking hours. The resulting sleep deprivation intensifies the emotional toll, creating a vicious cycle where fear begets sleep disturbances and disrupted sleep exacerbates the sense of vulnerability. Addressing chronic fear's impact on sleep necessitates comprehensive strategies, incorporating relaxation techniques and fostering a conducive sleep environment for the restoration of both mental and physical well-being. Respiratory health. Chronic fear weaves a complex tapestry of impact on respiratory health, intertwining emotional well-being with physiological responses. The perpetual state of heightened anxiety triggered by persistent fear prompts shallow breathing and increased respiratory rate, leading to hyperventilation. These altered breathing patterns can contribute to respiratory issues such as shortness of breath, chest tightness, and exacerbation of pre-existing conditions like asthma. Additionally, the persistent activation of the body's stress response releases inflammatory molecules that may aggravate respiratory conditions. The intricate interplay between fear and respiratory health underscores the importance of addressing the emotional component in managing respiratory issues. Musculoskeletal system. Chronic fear inflicts a profound toll on the musculoskeletal system, transforming emotional distress into tangible physical consequences. The perpetual state of anxiety associated with chronic fear prompts persistent muscle tension, creating a breeding ground for musculoskeletal problems. Taut muscles, especially in the neck, shoulders, and back, lead to discomfort, pain, and an increased susceptibility to conditions such as tension headaches and migraines. Over time, this chronic muscle tension can contribute to more serious musculoskeletal issues, including fibromyalgia and chronic pain syndromes. The mind-body connection underscores the importance of addressing the emotional aspects of chronic fear through stress management, relaxation techniques, and physical therapies. Comprehensive interventions can break the cycle of tension, promoting both emotional well-being and musculoskeletal health. Cognitive function. Chronic fear, a relentless intruder on mental peace, exacts a toll on cognitive function, unraveling the intricate tapestry of thought processes. Prolonged exposure to fear triggers the release of stress hormones, particularly cortisol, which can impair memory, attention, and decision-making. The incessant worry and hyperarousal associated with chronic fear create a cognitive fog, hindering information processing and problem-solving abilities. This mental strain may contribute to difficulties in concentration, forgetfulness, and a diminished capacity to adapt to new challenges. Chronic fear's impact on cognitive function underscores the interconnectedness of emotional well-being and mental acuity. Hormonal imbalance. Chronic fear acts as a disruptor of hormonal balance, triggering a cascade of physiological responses that can lead to hormonal dysfunction. The persistent activation of the stress response system prompts the release of stress hormones, predominantly cortisol, which, when chronically elevated, can interfere with the normal functioning of the endocrine system. Chronic fear may disrupt the delicate balance of hormones, impacting reproductive hormones, thyroid function, and insulin regulation. This hormonal imbalance contributes to a range of issues, including irregular menstrual cycles, fertility problems, and metabolic disturbances. The intricate interplay between chronic fear and hormonal dysfunction underscores the importance of addressing stress and emotional well-being in maintaining a harmonious endocrine system. Behavioral changes. Chronic fear, a corrosive force on mental well-being, instigates pervasive behavioral changes that shape the contours of daily life. The constant state of apprehension often drives individuals to adopt maladaptive coping mechanisms. Unhealthy behaviors such as overeating, substance abuse, or social withdrawal become common responses to the distressing influence of chronic fear. These behavioral changes may serve as temporary distractions or comforts, but contribute to a cycle of negative consequences affecting physical health and social relationships. Recognizing the impact of chronic fear on behavior underscores the need for proactive interventions. In conclusion, the detrimental impact of chronic fear on overall health is a matter of serious concern. The pervasive and prolonged nature of fear can unleash a cascade of physiological responses that undermine various bodily systems. From the incessant release of stress hormones like cortisol to the suppression of immune function, chronic fear sets the stage for a host of health issues. Mental health, too, bears the brunt, with anxiety and depression often exacerbated by persistent fear. Addressing chronic fear necessitates a multifaceted approach that encompasses psychological interventions, stress management techniques, and lifestyle modifications. Recognizing the interconnectedness of mental and physical well-being is crucial in developing holistic strategies to mitigate the harmful effects of chronic fear. By fostering a supportive environment, promoting resilience, and encouraging healthy coping mechanisms, individuals can take proactive steps towards breaking the cycle of chronic fear and safeguarding their long-term health. If you want to know more about worrying, anxiety, and stress, check out our other video about it. If you like the video and find it informative, subscribe, like, and share the video so it can help us do similar videos. In the description below, there are links that might help you work on reducing your anxiety and becoming more aware by doing mindful meditation.